Morning, Ultra Nation. Day 4. Let's take a walk. Today we have Law 2. Begin where you are, use what you have. So I think it's kind of interesting that's the law today, considering what it is we're all doing. Most of us out here, this is the first time we've ever done a online business. So unless you've been in radio or something like that before, or in some sort of media, most of us don't have recording equipment. Most of us don't have cameras, studios, all this nice gear that eventually we will have. But most of us are doing exactly what I'm doing right now, using my phone. I'm in my backyard. Use what you got. So begin where you are, use what you have. What that means for me is, don't be afraid. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Just get out there. Start somewhere. It's better to start somewhere in an imperfect fashion. It's kind of like George Patton said, old blood and guts. An imperfect plan executed with extreme violence will win over a perfect plan never executed at all. And that quote may be a little misspoken, but you get the message. It's better to do that than to just never do anything at all and sit there and wait for that perfect moment, which will never come, by the way. I'm guilty of that. I've done it in the past where I was sitting there, waiting on the right time, the right amount of money, the right situation with clientele, yada, 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 whatever. Ultimately, I ended up digging myself a hole in that business venture and it didn't work out because I got stuck in analysis paralysis and I never took action. Fast forward a few years, a little more maturity, a little more experience, a little wisdom and pain. You learn from these things, right? So just begin where you are, use what you have. Eventually you'll get better and you're going to be thankful that you did. So I'm making my content free using my phone. A little bit of editing software I've got on the side to make it a little more streamlined. But this message goes so much further than just making content. What about your life, your fitness, your health, your relationship? Begin where you are, use what you have, start there. Doesn't mean you can't get better. Something Zig Ziglar said once was, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you finish. So you could be in the worst financial situation. You could be on the brink of divorce. You could be 400 pounds overweight, unhealthy, on the brink of a health disaster, potentially death. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a singular step. So begin. Start where you are. I remember watching this documentary once. There was a lady who was just she was well over 600 pounds, I want to say. She couldn't get out of her bed. And she was terrified about dying because of her obesity. The only fitness she could do was clapping her hands. But it was enough so that she started to do that and increased her heart rate enough that within a few weeks she lost 20 pounds. It's insane. So because she began, she changed her life. Now she eventually went on and lost hundreds of pounds, had surgery, had the whole 9 yards, and now she's comparative to where she was before. She's at a much more manageable situation. It's the same way with all of us. Pardon me, I gotta clear my throat there, but you could be in the hole. I mean, like me, financially, I've had better days. But that doesn't mean that's where you're going to be for the rest of your life. And if you continue to work at it and push, get better, manage your money, or it will manage you, then you'll get out of it and you'll be better. With your relationships, this is something I failed at miserably. And I decided it was time for me to make a change. So reading, education, I actually went and saw counselors, did all of these things, and I worked on me because I've been through my fair share of failures with that, and I wanted to understand what was I doing wrong, or what was going on inside my head that was causing these failures. Why was it continuously happening? So beginning where you are and using what you have is an all-encompassing law. The Vikings knew that. So that's all I got for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow. Much love, y'all. Bye now.